Today we're looking at what you should be doing with professions in patch 10.0.5 to put yourself in a position to potentially make the most possible gold. I have made probably around 150 million gold profit from professions so far in Dragonflight, and in this video I'm going to be talking about exactly what I'm doing with my professions going forward. This is going to include my professions that are doing well and crafting for a profit, but more importantly we're going to cover what my plan is for professions that have nothing that is profitable. I'm hearing this a lot from you guys, that you don't know what to do in this situation as you don't want to waste your knowledge points. I get it, I'm in the same situation with 90% of my professions, so we will cover what I'm doing about this. Firstly then, the easiest situation, you're crafting at profit. This is definitely the minority of cases now. My alchemy and enchanting can occasionally become profitable, but it's only really my engineering that's making a profit on its crafts on a regular basis. In a situation where you are making profit, just hold on for dear life to keep that going for as long as you can. That means concentrating on only your niche. For example, if you're doing weapon enchants, every single knowledge point you spend should be working towards making your crafting more efficient. For example, in my video about enchanting, I point out all the areas outside of weapon enchanting specialization that you can pick up to make these more profitable. You can also use Craft Sim to see which stats are going to give you the most profit and concentrate on those in particular. What do we do with our knowledge then when nothing is profitable? Like when we start a new profession in 2023, or when we fall behind those that are pushing really hard. Now of course you could just click on a YouTube video that says it's the best profession build, making 10 million gold profit a week. Then we could just copy that build, even when the annoying voice tells you that it isn't a good idea. Whatever the crafting profession, copying someone else's build is probably just not going to work. The fact is that if they have a successful and profitable build, then they probably have dozens more knowledge points than you or me. The build is probably good, but it's the sheer amount of knowledge points that's making the difference. If you copy and you are 25 points short, you're not going to be profitable and you're forever going to be behind. That's never going to change. Eventually you will almost catch up, as there is diminishing returns with knowledge points, because as you progress more and more, the stat bonus give you less and less as you prioritise the good stuff and left the crap to the end, but then everyone else will have caught up at that point and there will not be any profit. Overall though, unless you are sitting on enough knowledge points to completely copy a build, which is unlikely, then this is probably not going to work out. You could also spend your knowledge points on a market that potentially looks good or that you heard is doing well. It could possibly work, but most likely it has the same issues as with just copying a build directly. At this point in the expansion, every market is saturated with people who have insane amounts of knowledge. So unless you're sitting on an absolute minimum of 150 plus knowledge, but most likely more, then you're not going to make a dent in any market. In this impossible situation, I see only one course of action, and that's banking huge amounts of profession knowledge. In gold making, if you can't compete in a market because of profession knowledge, the amount of cancel scanning, etc., whatever, then don't even try to compete because it won't work out. If you have no chance of making gold at the moment, then your best course of action is putting yourself in a situation where you have the biggest chance of making gold in the long term. This is basically what I'm doing with the majority of my crafting professions at the moment. I've just carried on getting my knowledge every week, but banking it for the future. We are right at the start of an expansion. We have no idea what is coming with professions in future patches, so this strategy gives me a huge amount of flexibility going forward to adapt to what comes. Say for example they bring out a new level working braces recipe which is insanely best in slot for every level class. The only people who are going to be able to produce these at a decent level and compete in this market are those level workers who decided to specialise this way, which cuts out a huge percentage of the competition, or those that are sitting on enough knowledge to level this up instantly. This could give me quick access to any new markets that do pop up, and getting there quick is what really makes gold, or I could end the expansion with hundreds of unallocated knowledge points. I absolutely cannot guarantee that this is going to make you gold, but I'm pretty sure that this is currently the best move to make when we're talking about purely gold making perspective, and like I said, it's the approach that I'm doing with the majority of my professions at the moment. Thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.